Okay, colleagues and guests and members of the public, I am going to call to order this meeting of the Senate Committee on Education. Today is the 26th of April, 2021. We are meeting remotely, and so we will start with a calling of the roll. Maya, would you please call the roll? And members, if you would let us know if you are participating by video or by phone. Those are really your options: audio, video, or phone. Maya, thank you.
Senator Gelser?
She's excused for now. She'll be coming.
Senator Gorsuch?
Same thing.
Senator Robinson?
And Robinson is here by video.
Vice Chair Thompson?
Thompson by phone.
Chair Denbrough?
Denbrough is here by video. Okay. Colleagues, we have two public hearings and some work sessions. We'll start with the public hearings. And the first one is a public hearing on House Bill 2472. So I'm going to open a public hearing on 2472. Matt, if you would give us the overview to that House bill, and then I'm going to make a statement, and then we have some legislators who are here to present the bill to us.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members of the committee. House Bill 2472 designates Oregon Institute of Technology as Oregon's Polytechnic University. This measure passed the House with 55 aye votes and 3 excused. There's no fiscal impact and no revenue impact.
Okay, thank you very much, Matt. Really, this bill is all about the whereases, which are all about the status and accomplishments of Oregon Tech. And before we get into that, and I know we're going to hear a lot of testimony about Oregon Tech, I want to just say that as someone who has taught literature for many years, I've developed a deep appreciation of the value and function of irony in our lives. Finding ourselves in ironic situations isn't something we always welcome and embrace, but hopefully we can learn from. And today we find ourselves in quite an ironic situation. On the day that we have scheduled House Bill 2472, which is a bill that celebrates Oregon Tech for its unique history, mission, and accomplishments for a public hearing, we've also learned that the Oregon Tech faculty have gone out on strike, the first time faculty at an Oregon university have done so. I briefly considered canceling the hearing, but decided that in the midst of this turmoil, which we hope will be short-lived, it's a good time to remember the values and vision that made Oregon Tech what it is. Also, to be honest, there are probably people out there who will be scratching their heads at the news of the strike and wondering where and what Oregon Tech even is. So spending a few minutes today on the unique qualities of this school is actually very timely. I imagine some people have signed up who have a critical perspective on where the university is today. And as always, we welcome all input from Oregonians. I'll just ask you to refrain from going into any of the particulars and proposals that are in contention right now, but rather share with us your experience with and hopes for this important institution that is Oregon's Polytechnic University. And with that, let's hear from Senator Johnson and then from Senator Linthicum, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Vice Chair Thompson, and members of the Senate Education Committee. For the record, my name is Betsy Johnson. I represent Senate District 16. I'm here as one of the chief sponsors of House Bill 2742, and I urge you to join me in enthusiastically supporting the bill. Current issues, as the chair said at the university, should not cloud the significance of what HB 2742 attempts to do, and that is to elevate the status of Oregon Tech within Oregon's university community. It is a distinguishing characterization that will set Oregon Tech apart now and well into the future, hopefully motivating enrollment growth, increased philanthropy, plus state and industry engagement. Oregon Tech continues to provide a great career-focused undergraduate and graduate education to its growing student body at campuses in Klamath Falls and Wilsonville. And through its work at the Oregon Manufacturing Innovation Center Research and Development in my district, wherein Oregon Tech has developed strong relationships with world-class cutting-edge companies and manufacturing innovators. Oregon Tech is truly a statewide resource, a Polytechnic university we are proud of, and one that we should call out its unique value through this bill. This bill acknowledges that Oregon Tech has earned our support for it to be formally designated as Oregon's Polytechnic University. The designation will give Oregon Tech the branding it needs to immediately be recognized as the industry's university, a partner in providing a skilled workforce for careers in engineering, health, business, technology, computer science, and applied arts and sciences, and serving graduates who are ready to go to work in high-paying, great jobs. In every organization, including universities, changes that are needed to adapt for the future can sometimes bring conflict, and sometimes that conflict is between labor and management. But this bill is something that everyone in the Oregon Tech community, students, faculty, staff, alumni, and administration must support. To do otherwise would be a self-inflicted wound. One last point. You may remember that this bill has been before you previously. In 2020, an identical bill passed out of this committee unanimously, off the floor of the Senate unanimously, and out of the House Education Committee unanimously. There just wasn't time to get it across the House floor in a session that turned out to be especially short. So this year, I urge you to schedule a work session at your earliest convenience so it can get to the Senate floor as the last stop on its longer than usual journey. Thank you. I think you're muted, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, somebody's doing some tree work out here, so I put myself on mute. Okay, I'm back. Senator Linthicum, please tell us about your relationship with this university.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you for the opportunity to speak to the committee. As you stated just perfectly, it is about the whereas clause. It is about branding, and this bill is about defining OIT as a polytechnic university. As it's really a technological university that has a different approach to teaching and learning, and it approaches teaching and learning through precise and rigorous hands-on and project-based approaches rather than only through textbook learning. And this becomes critical when we think about how COVID has impacted all higher education institutions. But this allows students to translate their textbook theory into practical utility. Students work closely with faculty from the very first day, and they learn through projects in labs and out in the field starting in their very first year. The technical aspects of the program focus on applied, practice-specific technical innovation rather than just bench science or modeling or a higher education preference for advanced peer-reviewed publications, regardless of how unsound these wordy adventures might be. This is, most importantly, a hands-on practical polytechnic advance for how to train young students. OIT's clinics and training centers represent the core of Oregon Tech's educational and civic mission. And there are distinct specialties. Each of these fuse together theoretical learning with practical experience in a manner that serves the community, both locally and globally. Additionally, these centers are collaborative endeavors with industry partners, as Senator Johnson mentioned, and they function as hands-on training grounds for university students who are just starting their careers. So is it really that important? Yes, it is. It celebrates Oregon Oregon Tech's origin as a vocational institution, which in the beginning was a veterans the Veterans Preeminent Diesel Technology Institute during World War II. It also recognizes Oregon Tech as Oregon's Polytechnic University, as stated in its Higher Education Commission approved and updated mission statement as a Polytechnic University. And it also demonstrates the unique role here in Oregon that delivering high value education for careers, which will offer immediate, and by immediate, I mean the day after graduation, there's immediate compensation for these highly sought after technical skills that every student can attain through this legislative body, assuring affordable and equitable access to education. So this is, in essence, a very important bill because of those whereas clauses and because of the branding that this provides Oregon Tech as a university. Thank you for your time today. I'll be happy to answer any questions if you have questions. And Oregon Tech is in the heart of Klamath County, which is the gateway to Crater Lake.
Thank you very much, Senator. Before I take any questions, I think we have a couple of House members, maybe. Yes? Do we have any House sponsors?
Hello, Chair Dembrow, Representative Neron here. I see Representative Reschke has joined us as well.
Okay, great. Okay, why don't you go ahead, Rep. Neron?
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, Chair Dembrow, Vice Chair Thompson, and members of the committee. For the record, I am Courtney Neron, State Representative for House District 26, which includes communities from Wilsonville to Hillsborough along the urban growth boundary line. And today I am here as the representative for the Wilsonville campus of OIT. I want to first appreciate your opening remarks, Chair Dembrow, and the wish for no self-inflicted wounds from Senator Johnson. I agree with that, and I want to acknowledge that my remarks today will be focused on the contents of the bill. In 2020, 2 weeks before our session ended early, I had the honor of meeting with a group of student leaders from the Oregon Institute of Technology, Oregon Tech campus in my district. Mohammed, Nashmi, Alexander, Chris, and Stefan shared their interests in campus housing and their pride in having the first renewable energy degree and the only medical lab science program on the West Coast. They were so energized about their degrees in cybersecurity, engineering, technology, electrical engineering, and even applied psychology. And they were excellent ambassadors for their school. It is for them and for all the future graduates of Oregon Tech that I join the chorus in calling for this bill this session. House Bill 2472 designates Oregon Tech as Oregon's Polytechnic University. This would expose students and their families to what a Polytechnic University offers and to determine if it is the right fit for a student's career goal. It would help spread awareness of what Polytechnic University means within the university setting, and it can offer a wider pathway for federal and private funding. As we seek to increase support and recognition for higher education programs and services, this is a smart move and has an exciting potential to increase awareness among Oregonians, again, about what this college offers. Oregon Tech feeds our workforce with students that graduate with many skills in many sectors that they need throughout the industry-connected degree programs. One of my constituents let me know recently that she immediately got a job in medical research this pandemic year as a direct result of her degree in that field at OIT. Oregon Tech's education and focus aligns with industry demand, and as applied research fields are desperately needed, especially as Oregon recovers from the pandemic. As an example, the medical science lab science program at the Portland Metro campus in Wilsonville in partnership with OHSU is the only program of its kind in Oregon and has a 100% graduation placement rate within 3 months of graduation, 3 to 6 months of graduation. These graduates are some of the medical professionals who perform laboratory tests confirming the diagnosis of coronavirus. The fact that 96% of Oregon Tech graduates are employed or in graduate school upon graduation makes me especially hopeful that my own children will have an interest in going here, and it is another reason why we should designate Oregon Tech as Oregon's official Polytechnic university. I want to thank you for your time today and for allowing me to testify for House Bill 2472.
It's great to have you, Rep. Nira. Thank you. Okay, our final legislator is Rep. Reschke.
Thank you, Chair Dembro, Vice Chair Thompson, and members of the Senate Committee on Education. For the record, my name is E. Werner Reschke, and I'm the fortunate state representative from House District 56, which encompasses southern Klamath and Lake counties. My testimony will be brief. The one thing about batting cleanup when you have a lineup of all-star legislators in front of you is all you need to do is bunt the ball and you can score a run. And so that's what I'm going to do here today. This bill does a small change. It designates Oregon Tech as Oregon's Polytechnic University. But don't make a mistake thinking this small change is insignificant. It's going to be a smart and significant change, again, helping us position ourselves as a university, not just around the region, but around the nation. So I thank you for your consideration for this bill and ask for an aye vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Rep. Reschke. Colleagues, do you have any questions for any of these colleagues? Okay, seeing none. Thank you very much for coming to us. You're welcome to stay as long as you'd like.
Thank you. I need to excuse myself. Thank you for your courtesy.
Sure. Of course. Okay, next we have the Vice Chair of the Oregon Tech Board, that is Vince Jones. Mr. Jones, are you with us?
I am here. Can you hear me?
We can. Welcome.
Great. Thank you, Chair Dembro and members of the committee. For the record, my name is Vince Jones. I serve as the Vice Chair of the Oregon Institute of Technology Board of Trustees. It is a pleasure to be with you today to testify in strong support of House Bill 2472, which would designate Oregon Institute of Technology as Oregon's Polytechnic University. In addition to being a proud graduate of Oregon Tech, I have served on the Oregon Tech Board of Trustees since 2016. And in that time, I've seen the university grow and evolve to meet the needs of Oregon's workforce through new in-demand degree programs, renovated laboratory spaces, and a new campus building, increased student scholarships, and expanded university partnerships. Not to mention also the new student rec center and a facelift for the Oregon Gymnasium, of which I spent many, many hours practicing and playing basketball for the Husk and Howls. I still have flashbacks about that. Just kidding. Just kidding. So the university has also seen a 10% growth in enrollment over the past decade, and even an 11% growth in first-year students in the fall of 2020, despite the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. In August of 2019, in partnership with the Higher Education Coordinating Commission, the HEC, Oregon Tech received approval to make some alterations to the university's mission statement that better reflect the university's polytechnic nature, and that's something that Senator Lithicum had alluded to earlier. The Board of Trustees recently adopted a 5-year strategic plan to serve as a strategic roadmap guiding the university forward to best serve its students, community, and the state. This designation from the legislature is one of the key components of both the updated mission statement and our 5-year strategic plan. A Polytechnic University is a technological university that approaches teaching and learning through a hands-on, project-based approach where students don't just learn theory, but they learn to apply the theory to projects in labs, in the field, and other learning environments. This is important since it prepares students for the job and careers that they will enter after graduating, adding value to their employees from day one. This is proven by Oregon Tech's graduate success of 96% employed or in graduate school upon graduation with average starting salaries of $60,000 per year. Many Oregon Tech faculty have strong relationships with industry partners. This This not only allows Oregon Tech to offer unique degree programs such as cybersecurity, data science, and population health management, but through faculty's knowledge, they directly contribute to the success of our students and to ensure that the students' education and focus align with industry's demand. And let me just briefly say that I can attest to that because when I graduated many years ago from Oregon Tech, I went to work and I was ready to contribute right away. I was prepared and well prepared, and I realized that once I started working that Oregon Tech had prepared me well. So in conclusion, the passage of House Bill 2472 designating Oregon Tech as Oregon's Polytechnic University, number one, celebrates Oregon Tech's origin as a vocational institute to support veterans and its current impact both in rural Oregon and statewide. Number two, recognizes the updated HEC-approved mission statement. And number three, demonstrates its unique role in Oregon, delivering high-value careers immediately upon graduation while assuring affordable and equitable access for its students. Thank you again for the opportunity to testify this afternoon in strong support of House Bill 2472.
Thank you very much, Trustee Jones. And thank you for coming before us, and good luck down there. Okay, are there any questions for Trustee Jones? Okay, then I'm going to go to my sign-up list, and I'll just take them in order. I have Andrea Fultz. I'll give you three names so those who are on deck can be prepared. Andrea Fultz, then Shiloh Castelli, and then Cynthia Rowe, please. Andrea?
Thank you for having me. Hi, Senator Dembrow. So I'm a faculty member at Oregon Tech, and
you have
as
to
you heard,
give us your name first.
Oh, sorry, I am Andrea Fultz, and I'm a work at Oregon Tech, Associate Professor of Communication. All right. So I'm here today because just like Senator Linthicum said, applied, right? So what I do with students is I help them apply what they learn. What's even or just as important is to model what I teach. So that is what I'm hearing today, or that's what I'm here for today, is that I want to show my students, you know what, this is a great university and I'm proud of it. But what makes it great is the people and faculty and working with students. You know, that's a lot of work and I love it. But I would, if my students came to me in the situation that I'm in, I would tell them to be here and say, you know what, please make this Oregon's university not feel like a private company. And, you know, it just, the vision is hard, but most of all, I think is, for me, is watching my colleagues. And through all kind of the messiness that's been going on, I've really gotten to know colleagues that I've like barely seen face to face. And through that, which is ironic, we are now modeling what it's like to be a team. So we are doing exactly what I teach my students in theory, and we're modeling that. And I'm hoping that we can continue that and continue our good work for Oregon Tech as, you know, valued members of the institution. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you for your testimony and your work. Okay, Shiloh Castelli, please.
Good afternoon, elected representatives of the Senate Committee on Education. My name is Shiloh Castelli. I am a medical laboratory science student at Oregon Tech at the Portland Metro campus, and I'm also president of the Medical Laboratory Science Club. I'd like to share my thoughts on this bill. When I was searching for a medical laboratory science or MLS program several years ago, I came across the Oregon Tech website and the page for their specific MLS program. Reading their faculty descriptions cemented my decision to apply and attend Oregon Tech. Each professor not only had excellent teaching experience, but had years of professional experience specific to the varying departments one would find in a medical laboratory. Attending Oregon Tech has been more involved than I originally assumed it would be with ongoing COVID restrictions. Despite lectures having to be conducted over Zoom, I quickly felt comfortable engaging with my professors and asking questions when needed. I've never had issues emailing them or meeting with them outside of class to go over different topics. It was very clear why the mean score for the MLS certification exam has been over 90% for graduates of this program and why 100% of past graduates were employed within months of earning their degree, if not sooner than that. The professors are dedicated, passionate, and extremely helpful. In my time at Oregon Tech, I have yet to have any type of one-on-one or small group interaction with any member of the senior administrators, including virtually. I had been assuming this was due to not being at the main campus in Klamath Falls. However, this assumption was quickly corrected as I've gotten to know Klamath Falls students recently, and I've heard from them that interaction with senior administrators is incredibly rare. Chances for conversations with them have gone up since the increasing student awareness of ongoing negotiations. And just today, I heard that several of them were at the front desk of the Portland campus while striking occurred outside. This is the first time I've heard of them being present like that, to be honest, and also the first time I learned we have more than one senior administrator at the Portland Metro campus. In my opinion, there is a stark difference between the impact they make on students compared to the impact my professors have made on us. I understand how Oregon Tech is an ideal candidate for designation as Oregon's Polytechnic University. We have amazing enrollment, job placement numbers, but I do not understand why there is barely any mention of faculty in this bill. As a student, it's the faculty that makes the school what it is. I know administration at all levels helps the entire university run, but there can't be a university without faculty, and no faculty would mean no students. I've never boasted about who runs the administrative side of the school I attend, yet I've talked constantly about how great my professors are and how much I'm able to learn in their classrooms despite our slashed budget. It's my professors who fought to halt our tuition increases for our program to try to make access more equitable, not the administration. It's my professors who actively demonstrate how deeply they care about student success and our ability to thrive in our future industry. And it's my professors who made sure we have everything we need for the next few weeks while they fight hard for fair treatment, extremely reluctant to have to leave the classroom to have a chance at being heard. It's my valuable professors who can't be replaced, as I don't have class today because Oregon Tech couldn't find appropriately qualified individuals to substitute. They're unique, they're amazing, they're talented, and they're so hands-on and so passionate about their students. Senator Dembrow encouraged we focus on the values and vision of Oregon Tech and how it cultivated these. It was in huge part to the amazing faculty. Please reconsider the language of this House bill and do more to include acknowledgement of all that the professors and instructors at Oregon Tech bring to the school to make it amazing. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much for your comments, Shiloh, and I will look at that language. Thank you. Okay, next we have Cynthia Rowe, and followed by Charles Reilly and Jessica Lubbers. Cynthia?
Good afternoon. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Hi, just to introduce myself, I'm Cynthia Rowe. I'm currently a senior in the civil engineering program at Oregon Tech. I'm also heading into the master's program here to do some research on mid-block crossings and traffic safety. I would like to second Shiloh's statements about our faculty being absolutely amazing and needing to get the designation that they deserve within this bill. My faculty, specifically civil engineering faculty, have done so much to educate us students and help us learn what it is to go into this field. Several of them, if not all of them, serve within professional institutions like ITE and C2ES, which gives us our certification as emerging engineers and professional engineers. They all advocate for us on the state level, within our university, within the department, and also to the profession. I myself have been awarded several awards and designations based on my work that I have done with them. So I would like to thank them for that. But also, our faculty put in the work and the time and the effort to make sure that us students are learning what we need to go into the field. Our lab, specifically civil engineering again, is the largest on the West Coast. We heard this in comments from other universities that came when we hosted the ASCE conference for the Western region. Everybody was amazed by our labs before conference and getting ready, and that was before we had them renovated and got more space designated. So I'm very proud to be attending Oregon Tech I'm very proud of the education I've received. It makes me feel very well prepared to know that different companies in the industry are seeking out Oregon Tech students specifically because they know of the education we have received. From the modeling and theory that we learn to the actual hands-on projects of building masonry walls, of doing some geotechnical modeling, to going out and doing traffic counts and putting that into an actual report, and having to apply our knowledge is really why I have stayed at Oregon Tech and why I'm continuing here for my graduate degree. Really, I would not be the student or emerging engineer I was if it was not for the input and investment of my faculty. So thank you for your time. I hope you all have a great day.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Cynthia. And good luck with your master's program, too. Yeah.
Thank you, Senator.
Yes. Next, we have Charles Reilly and then Jessica Lubbers, please. Charles?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Hi, I'm Charles Reilly. I'm a professor of civil engineering at Oregon Tech at the Klamath Falls campus. I'm calling you from the picket line where I've been standing and marching for the day. I was disappointed to not be in my classroom and lab today, and I'm calling to talk to you a little bit more about the role faculty play at this university. Really pleased to follow one of my students. I didn't know we were going to be in any sort of order like this, but Cynthia is one of my favorite students who I have supported in myriad ways, and gosh, she represents our program so incredibly well. The role of faculty, and I appreciate what everybody else has said about a place in this bill for faculty at this institution. I think it speaks to our current situation that faculty don't show up very prominently in this bill, and they haven't been considered very significantly in a lot of our decisions recently. The faculty at this university do apply what we teach. Everything we do is meant to be used, and I think that's been echoed in a lot of sentiments today. The goal that we have is bringing the experience that we have, and my experience is in bridge engineering. I spent 2 years at the Wyoming Department of Transportation. I cultivated a wide range of connections that have served me very well in my role here, and I can't count the number of projects that I have done with students out on bridges, under bridges, and around bridges. We take them to those places outside of the classroom. So this place is not about traditional academics, as everyone has said. It is truly applied, and it relies on great faculty, attracting great faculty, and maintaining the wonderful faculty that we have. I want to thank you for considering my thoughts and listening to me, our students, and my fellow faculty. And I thank all of the senators and Congress people who've been involved in this as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Charles. Take care down there. Jessica Lubbers, please.
Hello, I hope you can hear me okay.
We certainly can. And now we see you.
Great, thank you. Great, perfect. My name is Dr. Jessica Lubbers. I'm an expanded practice dental hygienist. I completed my doctoral degree in education, focusing in leadership in higher education. I'm a first generation, or I was a first generation college student, and I'm an alumna of Oregon Tech's class of 2012. I left clinical practice in our amazing state of Oregon in dental hygiene to join Oregon Tech as an educator in order to dedicate my skills to teaching our next generation of oral health care providers. I want to talk a little bit about a part of Oregon Tech that is often overlooked, which is actually our dental hygiene program in Salem. So we talk about Klamath Falls and Wilsonville a lot, and I just would really like to share a little bit about how we impact our community in Salem. Our dental hygiene students at our campus locations of both Klamath Falls and Salem for dental hygiene will earn a bachelor's degree and enter the workforce in Oregon, able to practice at the very highest capability of dental hygiene licensure in Oregon. The past several years, our students, actually I just checked this morning, it is the past 10 years, have had 100% pass rate on all of their clinical and national board examinations. If you ask any of them, they will tell you this happens not only because of their own hard work, but also because of the dedication of their faculty who spend countless hours coaching and mentoring them. Our students have not missed any opportunities to continue to treat patients and positively impact the oral health of our communities, even during a global pandemic. This is true because of the copious hours that faculty spend ensuring that students receive the best education possible. We know our students, their strengths, their weaknesses. We mentor them and build their clinical skills through advising, teaching, and mentoring in our clinics and our classroom spaces, and sometimes on Zoom. We ensure that when they graduate, they will successfully care for the oral and systemic health of our communities. This has not happened just because of leadership of of our university. It's happened because of all of us collectively at the university. And recently, it's been really sad to see that this has been hindered due to financial barriers. I would like to talk about a specific example that has affected us. For example, our students in Salem have been without a Spanish interpreter in our clinic due to budget reasons. Our clinic sees a huge number of Hispanic patients who lack access to traditional care in dental settings due to financial and language barriers. We help these patients in every way that we can, and it's not always easy and has been even more difficult by lack of funding provided recently. The narrative from our senior administration has been just to make do with what you have, and it's been really sad to see how it's impacted student learning. It impacts all of us, students, staff, faculty, and especially our amazing, wonderful patients. A brilliant colleague accurately summed this up to me as our teaching conditions are their learning conditions. And I would further add that these conditions extend into our communities, not only in Klamath Falls, but in Salem, with the care of our patients that they receive in their dental clinics. It's sad to see that the focus has not been on providing extra resources to us in our clinic spaces. And not willing to hire an interpreter for us to make sure that our students can communicate really well with their patients. A Polytechnic university is one that provides hands-on and applied learning. The faculty at Oregon Tech are immensely successful at this. And it is the faculty who are being disrespected right now and suffering burnout at an alarming rate. Oregon Tech certainly, without a doubt, fits the qualifications of a Polytechnic university and a very successful one in this moment. However, my concern from a faculty member perspective is that we will not be successful for long if the current leadership conditions do not change. Retention and success that others have spoken about in this meeting comes from knowing our students well and knowing the communities that they are going to serve in their future professions. Retention and success will slowly decline as our faculty suffer inequities at the hands of our current administration, who show by their actions that student success is not their top priority. I respectfully request that you listen to my fellow alumni, our current students, and my other colleagues for the voices that we raise for maybe those voiceless community members who we provide our services to, healthcare services that our students are learning. Oregon Tech can be a wonderful polytechnic institution for our state without a doubt, but make no mistake, it is the faculty and the staff at Oregon Tech who bring the caring and the impactful applied teaching to our students. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lubbers. Okay, our final three witnesses are going to be Ajua Oka, Franny Howes, and William Perry. So, Ajua, are you here? Ajua Oka?
Yes, I am.
Okay, please introduce yourself and speak to us.
Good afternoon, elected representative of the Senate Committee on Education. My name is Michelle Oka, and Ajua is my first name.
Okay.
And I've been a student at OIT in the business management department. And I applaud and I'm supportive of what the previous speaker just said, and I've gained a lot of knowledge from OIT. And with the teacher in my department, I am working on a project in Ivory Coast, and because we're on hands, and with the help of my teacher, we were granted 980 hectares of land to start this project. So I'm really proud of being a student of OIT. And why did I choose OIT? Oregon Tech. I wanted a place to prepare for competitive workforce and gather the right tools to use my full potential. I also wanted a place that used applied learning to immerse me in an innovative way of approaching management with global perspectives. Of all the options that existed, I feel fortunate to have landed at OIT. Here, I have seen myself evolve to become a global citizen, and my limited skills have improved tremendously. One of these key reasons for my growth while I became a student at OIT has been those who teach me, faculty members who actively engage in passing their knowledge and seeing me succeed are a big part of the fabric I am today. This project in Ivory Coast that we're working on would have not been possible without the support of faculty members. It feels like I could leave those buildings to move across the world and still have the imprint of the education OIT generated in me in the present and the future. Through the effort of the faculty, I have had applied, hands-on, and project-based learning. Our world is an innovative and rapidly changing place with competitive recruitment process, and I feel prepared. So having the best mind who taught me with ingenuity and applied method is gold for me. Of course, the management of such an institute is important, but I wanted to emphasize that the quality of the collective knowledge we as students of OIT witness in those who teach us is essential for the college. My perspective through the prism of my background makes me believe that what echoes the value of OIT outside its walls, such as its graduate skills and qualification, is possible because of the competence of its faculty members and their commitment to quality education for me and my fellow students. So I just simply wanted them to be acknowledged in your bill. And that's it.
Thank you very much, Ms. Oka. So tell me, the project in Ivory Coast, is that it's an agricultural project, or what is involved in it?
It's an agricultural project. It's a permaculture farm, and it will be done in 3 different phases. And we are starting with the farm side of it because it's easier financially, but we plan to have a resort side of it and take part of the market that goes into West Africa for DNA research and curious about Africa and what it is becoming.
That's great. Sounds like a great project. Good luck with it.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Okay, I'm sorry. Franny Howes, please. And then William Perry.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Great,
Hello.
Thank you so much. So I'll state for the record, my name is Franny Howes, and Senator Dembrow, thank you for the opportunity to speak today. I am here feeling deeply conflicted about HB 2472. I work as an associate professor in the communication department at Oregon Tech, and I am deeply involved with the execution of Oregon Tech's Polytechnic mission. And today, I am a striking faculty member represented by Oregon Tech AAUP. I'm fully on board with Oregon Tech's Polytechnic mission, and in fact, I'm the chief architect of Polytechnic Cultural Competency, which is Oregon Tech's response to HB 2864, the Oregon legislature's bill to mandate cultural competency standards, and we are trying to execute that in line with our mission. But it's not like the Polytechnic mission statement is out there teaching students, running labs, designing hands-on experiences, or finding client projects. This is the work of the faculty. And I feel that this bill somewhat anthropomorphizes Oregon Tech as an institution, crediting the achievements of faculty to the black box of the institution itself. If I were not on strike today, I would have been teaching a lesson I call Parts Relate to Purpose. I teach technical report writing, among many other things. And in this case, it's a lesson about how the parts of a report you're writing should come from the purpose you're trying to achieve. And I feel that this bill would not necessarily hold up to the scrutiny of that lesson, that if it is trying to honor the achievements of Oregon Tech, that it needs to highlight the achievements of faculty. And I think that is a symptom of current institutional problems. Oregon Tech is Oregon's Polytechnic University. Whether this bill is passed or not, we will continue to fulfill that mission. But if Oregon Tech wants to live up to the aspirations described in this bill, more work is to be done to highlight the work of faculty who are the hands in hands-on, in addition to students, and to repair these relationships so that we can be the university we want to be, that we can attract and retain faculty to achieve this Polytechnic mission. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Franny. Okay, finally, William Perry, please. Mr. Perry,
good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Well, I'll start by introducing myself. My name is William Perry. I graduated from Oregon Institute of Technology in 2019 with a Bachelor's of Science in Civil Engineering. And I'm just calling today in support of this House bill. And I'm going to keep it short, but I think the experience that I had at Oregon Tech would not have been as good of an experience if it weren't for the faculty that made it the good experience that it was. I decided to choose my career based around a former faculty member there, Dr. Thamert, who used to be the hydrology professor in the civil engineering department. And I don't think that I would be where I am today if it weren't for the faculty pushing me, inspiring me, and driving me towards being all that I can be. And that is pretty much all I have to say. I just am in large support of this bill, but I think the faculty need more recognition.
Thank you very much, William. Okay, I think I've gotten through everyone who is on the list. Is there anyone whose name I haven't called who is going to speak to this bill? Okay, seeing not, let me just thank everyone who came forward to speak to us today. You were heard. And I will take a look at the language of the bill and see if an amendment isn't in order to intensify the role of the faculty in the success of Oregon Tech. And also, let me just say, if good luck in resolving this conflict. If there's anything I can do to help, please reach out to me and let me know. Okay, thank you. And with that, oh, I'm sorry, Senator Robinson has his hand up.
I just want to chime in. You know, these institutions, starting at Caltech, Massachusetts Technology, Georgia Institute of Technology, Oregon Institute of Technology, these are the repositories of the truth about science and its application, engineering and science. We have no lack of people with good intentions. Most Americans have good intentions, but without the science and technology to apply them, they can go awry. We cannot use them properly. These are extremely important, and my whole life has been different because I went to Caltech, but MIT, Georgia Tech, Oregon Tech, they were an equivalent. These are extremely important institutions. I'm going to be giving remonstrance on Thursday about this, because about the founding of this kind of institution. They're irreplaceable. And this is a wonderful institution, and it should be supported in every way possible.
Thank you for those comments, Senator. Okay, so with that, I will close our public hearing on Senate Bill 2472. Again, thanks to all who came forward.